film, all of that. And I had a great time. But yeah, I didn't play much. I think I was playing fullback, which if anybody's coached me knows I am not a fullback. You'll look at me and think that I am, but I'm definitely not. So that happened. Like I'm just building up, getting to know my skills as well. So, but it was nuts. It was crazy, and we had like camps, and it was like the first time getting into like a professional sport where you are there all week with these people, and you have to live with them, and you have to train with them, and it's getting up early, it's foam rolling, it's doing all the bits together. So that was my like first taste of it, and like I loved it. And then signed straight away for Finland. I think it must have been the next summer. So I was like ready to go from that, which was crazy.
So you've just like from the minute you've first got hit to then all the way through, it's just been like non-stop ever since. Like you've scored your first touchdown, and then that was it.
Yeah, and that's it. Now I've just been playing constantly. I'm trying to think if I've had a season off. I don't think I've had more than a few months off, and that was maybe with injury. But apart from that, no. Like, just always on to the next thing.
See, that's unreal. That like, there's a lot of people obviously that play this sport in the UK now that if they don't play a university season, they just automatically assume like it's 6 months of playing and then 6 months off.
Yeah.
But obviously for you, it's like constant.
Yeah, because when I was playing in the UK, so I did the UK, and then I'll do the summer in abroad somewhere, which was good, but it's tiring again. Like it does take its toll, but I think even when I wasn't doing that, I mean, I'm in the gym all the time, like preparing. I've got the playbooks, I've got the film. It's not like an off season really. Like I couldn't just sit around, and I think that's what is missing, because quite often in the UK you just turn up and you do your 6 months.
Yeah.
And then you go and eat or do whatever for the next 6 months. And then you come back and you have to do pre-season again, and you've moved nowhere forward. So it's like if I showed you a picture of what I looked like 6 years ago to what I look like now, you'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Like the difference more than just on the field. It's like everything about me has changed because of football, I think.
You see, now that's obviously like a massive positive for people. Like, if there's like anyone watching now and they're thinking like, "Oh, I don't know why I should get into this sport," like that's huge, isn't it? Realistically, like if you're saying from 6 years ago to now, like I've changed everything I do, sort of thing. It's like it's crazy.
Everything. Like they still laugh at me, like all these different photos. I mean, like my body shape, size, everything has changed. Like my outlook. Like I was a diva as well. Like I still am a bit, but like they'll tell you it was bad. And like the more I'm getting, I just at the start I was like, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. And now the more I'm playing, the more I'm like, actually no, it's a team sport. Everything about it has changed. So it's like it's just mad. Like it's such a good sport as well. Like teams I played with men, I played in America, everywhere, and like each team is different, doing new things and bringing new things from every team, and coaching kids, you get to see different things as well.
Yeah. So obviously you've gone obviously from you're still a player, but then you're going into coaching and things as well. Like, what's that like for you? Like, obviously you've gone like full circle now. So is that?
Yeah.
What?
So I coached. The last time I was coaching actually was in Leeds at the Leeds Academy, which is great. Like I absolutely loved it there. We had a flag tournament with little kids where we drafted these little kids, and they got to be part of the draft and do a comment, which is just like you can't really beat that. They absolutely loved it, and then they stayed in their team. We did a league, and like just even some of the players I coached then are now starting to get older and play contact, and they're like messaging me about stuff and like asking for gym help, and it's just like I feel old. Like I don't feel old enough that you should be asking me this, and I'm like oh no, but it's mad, it's great. I just want to see it like grow more, so we have more of that. And like the coaching and just building these kids up.
Now, if you think you feel old because kids are messaging you about what they should be doing, last season we played a game where one of my juniors that I coached years ago was playing against us. It lined up opposite us, and I was like, wait there, I coached you, didn't I? He's like, yeah. I feel old.
Do you like them or do you not like them? how hard did you hit?
Like it got to the point where I was like, he's bigger than me. Like I'm a small lineman and he's a big lineman. And I was like, remember, I taught you how to do this, so I know what you're doing. He just didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, I was like, I know everything you do, mate.
It's so strange. Like it's just, I'm hoping it gets to the point where it's just more and more of that. Like people are playing for longer, and then the kids are coming up faster. Because I know over here at Karlstad they have kids playing from, I think it's like under 10 all the way up, and they're all contact, so we get to see these little
really
around their helmet, and it's mad. Yeah, we got to play a friendly scrimmage against the kids under 17 boys and mixed here, and like the standard is great. Like it's mad because they've been playing for that long. They know what they're doing. They've got the playbook nailed, and like these kids are so good. And it's just that building from the start and playing contact from the start. They're used to it. They're ready. It's crazy.
Gaby, what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to just drop you out of this for a second. Would you mind just leaving and then dropping back in, because we're getting a lot of feedback, and I know the Swedish Wi-Fi is kicking in. All right, guys, I do apologize about that. If you're getting a bit of feedback, or if you're getting like a crackly noise or anything kicking in, just honestly, please drop a message in the comments, and then I can see it in there. Hopefully, we can try and fix it. As you heard there, she is over playing in Karlstad at the moment, and apparently they've got their guys training from the age of, I think she said 8 or 10 or something there. Like, if obviously we're starting contact at 13 and we're playing flag from before that. I mean, let me know in the comments, what would you guys prefer? Like, would you guys think that we should be playing contact earlier? Do you guys think that maybe we should be like keeping things how they are? Because I mean, as a coach, as someone that coaches youth, I'm more than happy keeping it at 13. I think 13 for the contact age is decent. Like, I think obviously we do have other sports like rugby and things that are probably playing contact a lot earlier, but I would say ours is very different. But as a whole, I would probably say that for me personally, I would like to keep it at 13. And I mean, it's hard to say, really. Like, if we're going on about we want kids to start playing contact earlier and we want guys to start, hitting earlier, then maybe 13 might be a bit too old to start. But I know as a coach, for someone that's I'm comfortable at that. I think I'm sorry, I'm just laughing there because Gaby joined and she's changed her name on the format there to Hard Knops. So that made us giggle. But I mean, let us know in the comments what would you do if it was up to you right now. If Baffert came to you and said, "Listen, you decide the starting age for contact. What should it be?" Let's see if we've got Gaby back.
You do.
We saw it. Oh, we changed location.
You do. At a different angle because I'm using my iPad.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's so much better, by the way.
There's no light in these like Swedish houses as well. Like, there's no lights on the roof for some reason, so it's all lamp, which is very weird.
Really? Like it's because it's from IKEA, isn't it? That's what it is.
Everything's from IKEA.
We've had a comment. Oh. I'm gonna
no. It's a no.
Do the SpongeBob.
No.
Was that like a hard pass straight here? He's like, nope, definitely not.
She knows as well. That's why she's. Like, I deliberately wore no team kit because I knew something like this would come up, and I was like, I'm not being associated with anyone, but I'm still not going to do it.
The SpongeBob, we've got to get into this now. What? Give a clue what it is at least.
Let me find the meme.
There's a meme.
Sum it up, I think.
All right, so this is a first. This is going to be your first meme ever on the vodcast we're called now.
You don't want it. I wouldn't advertise it as that. See if Di can probably find it quicker. It's terrible. My mum's watching too, and I'm like,
Oh, there we go. We can't do it now if your mum's watching. Did you say mum as well there?
She's used to it. She's probably going to comment something.
I can't believe you just said mum.
Oh no. Well, she's not from there, so it's I just
So,
didn't pick it up.
honestly, you've always went with mum as well.
Yeah,
Wow.
mum.
See, honestly, my mom is what we say. Like, she would go crazy if came out with mum.
I think
She'd
my
be
mum
like,
would slap me if I said ma'am.
really?
Yeah,
See,
we're not really Geordies. Well,
See,
I'm born there, but just not.
We were always like, it was a nightmare because we had to go like, like Mother's Day. We had to find a card that said "Mom."
Oh
But,
yeah.
she was one of them. Like, she was like, "Oh no, you can't do this." I was like, "All right, sorry."
They started making them now, though, haven't they?
Yeah, specifically, they've got to do it.
I can't find SpongeBob. She's gonna have to find it. I don't know what to search without it being too rude.
Right, let's keep it out of the. We'll add it in the comments at the end.
Find it and post it in the comments.
We'll add it in the comments after.
I'm glad that's the only comment I got though. Like, no one actually cares about like football. They just want my silliness.
So, what I was talking about when we were trying to get your, well, I don't know, you went from a phone to an iPad now, haven't you? So that's upgrade massively.
Oh, no.
What we were talking about is you mentioned the starting age for football over in Sweden. In what did you say that was?
I think it's under 10 playing contact.
So they're playing contact from that age. So I put it to the people in the chat, like, if they were in charge of the rules over here, would they have it? Like, because I was saying as a coach, I'm quite happy with it being 13. Like, I wouldn't mind it being young. So we have got an image. I can't pull an image up, but there is an image there.
I agree. Like, if you're gonna do it, what's the point in waiting? Like,
I know, I get it. It's just the whole for me. You're
worried about heads. The main concern, like obviously with these kids, but they aren't physically strong enough to just headbutt someone.
Yeah,
they're like
I get it.
Little Teletubbies. So you're just teaching them to get used to that, at least bump, or to not be afraid of the helmet. Where we're starting at 16, it's no wonder the national teams are losing to Finland, Sweden when these have been playing for.
So you've been abroad too long. It's 13 over here now. You can play.
Oh yes, I have. It was 16 when I was coaching.
Yeah, they had it. It was at 14 for a little bit as well, but they've lowered that and down, and they've. I mean, but we've still got that gap, so they're still playing like 14 to like 16.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you look at my team specifically, like the 14-year-olds look very different to the 16-year-olds. Like,
whereas here they have U15, U17, U19.
Yeah.
U13. And then I think that's it. And they mix and match too as well. So if they're good, then they can play in all.
Then they can go sort of thing, yeah. So that's sort of what they do in the States, don't they? So like if you're like a huge kid, they'll just move you straight up and be like, right, you're playing a bigger.
Some of them are massive, and I was like,
we've had
13, and I was like.
Well, one of my quarterbacks at the minute is like 6'4", like 15 years old. And he's like, we've got a comment here. I started full contact football 11v11 at 11 years old. I understand that there are more rules around getting into contact for youngsters with rugby now, but I think the earlier the better. Now, I get it. I just like, for me as a coach, I mean, the biggest issue we've got in this country is youth helmets are banned.
Yeah.
Like, so if youth helmets are banned, like, surely we can't do it because kids' heads aren't that big.
Yeah, and I think if you had more coaches as well, then you've got more people watching these kids. But yeah, the helmets, like, they're not gonna fit in a helmet. So what you can?
I mean, we've still got a lad now who's like 15, but he's small, and his head is like tiny.
Yeah.
So like getting even like a small adult helmet to fit him is like. We had in 1 year we didn't even let him play. We're like, listen, wait, well, no, you can have this massive helmet and it's just like wobbly. You're like, I'm sorry, mate. Like, I was like, I know the rule states that you can be 13 to play, but you're tiny and none of the equipment that's legal fits you.
It's like, flying off. It's just that. I mean, I still play an absolutely massive helmet, massive pad. So I'm just like.
I've seen actually in some of the pictures, like you've got the like proper old school like big pads over there.
Oh yeah.
See,
do you want small? Nah, I'm good with my 90s pads.
See, I always liked them.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
you know what it is? When I used to play, there never used to be this issue about the face mask either. So can you remember like the big overbuilt grills that everyone used to have?
Yeah.
I used to have one of them. It looked like it had teeth on it.
The
Yeah, it had like the teeth and everything on. And then I remember I bought it and I got it spray painted to fit, like, to go with the color of the team. And then it was like, oh, we announced new rule. I was like, are you joking? I was like, I've just spent like 50 quid on this.
Gutted. Yeah, like my helmet's matte black, and obviously no one plays in matte black, so I've had to get it covered like 5 times, and I'm like, oh, but it looks so good underneath when I'm looking at it. I still play with a open face cage too, so I play with like a quarterback one, which as a running back and a linebacker is starting to suck, but
they're starting to get their old fingers in the eye situation now.
Every time, but I can't not play with it, so I'm like, oh.
See, we used to have a guy, right? So when I used to play, there was a guy that first, like, when we moved up from junior to adult, he just came to adult team.
Oh.
And he's a big guy called Gary, and he was in the world's strongest man competition. Oh. Like he's built, he's huge, right? And his first training session, he lined up opposite me, and they were like, "Right, you just got to tackle, like just wrap up and tackle." I was like, "Do you know when you stand there, put your arms out like this?" And the guy just took his hands were like 2 of mine, and he just went whack, and he cracked 2 of my ribs, but it was rib, miss a rib, and it was just where his 2 outside knuckles and gutters. Grim. I remember, honestly, by the way, if you're new to the sport, it's very different now. So if you're tuning in and watching it, yeah, back then it was like, oh, get up. I was like, mate, I can't breathe. Like,
I was going to say, you've caught me on a day where my arms aren't covered in bruises because we had a bye week, but normally I'm literally like absolutely covered. I was like, you picked a good day for it because otherwise I'm not a good advert.
I'll tell you what we have to do. We have to call out the people that you're staying with, because didn't they just leave you to go and get food?
Yes. So I came straight back from the gym. We got ready, and then I was like, oh, I've got to do, you guys want to stay and join? Nah, we're going for food up. Bye. I was like, oh. So
wasn't it see you later, superstar?
See you later, superstar. I said, oh, great. Thanks, guys. But yeah, we got Bo, who I mentioned before from Leeds. She just arrived yesterday, or this week sometime, and then I don't know, keep losing track because we don't do anything. And then Sydney Green, who's the GB quarterback, has been out here with me the whole time.
So how many days a week is it that you're like trading and things over there?
It's normally 3 by the time. So we have Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and then game or walkthroughs, which is good. It's enough, to be fair. Like, we have extra sessions if we need them. Yeah. Lots of film. The note, that's the biggest difference. It's the film and the notes. Every training session's filmed. Everything is noted within like 2 days, and they know if you're not looking. I mean, it's obvious when people don't look at film. Yeah. But we've been going to the gym pretty much every day, I'd say, as well. So it's like we don't have anything else to do. We cook, eat, gym, read the playbook. It's
the life, isn't it? It's just the life.
Like, I don't do it all the time as well, but like I'm getting older, and I'm like, yeah, I'm still just doing the same thing. It's ridiculous. But
it's just that surely anyone that's playing American football over here is sitting watching this really jealous right now, on the let's be honest. Yeah. Like, we sit, we eat, and we go to the gym and play football. That's all we do.
That's it. Like, every day. And we're like, oh, it's going fast, and what are we doing? Nothing. But we're training, and we're starting to see the difference as well. Like, when you've got this time, it's mad because you've got time to rest, recover when you need. But we're doing like I think my gym session today was 2.5 hours, which is just ridiculous. Like, you don't have time for that at home. Yeah. But you can train, and then you can do your cardio, you can do your abs, you can do your stretching all in that time, and then know that you have time to eat, or like them go out and eat. Yeah. I hope they're eating. I'll just grass them up, and my coach is watching, and we have training tomorrow, and they're going to be hungover.
Oh, that is definitely grass them up right there. They're not going out eating.
Yeah, they're going. Sure. Of course they are.
We go to the gym. That's what you know what it is. So obviously the junior teams over here is like 16 to 19 or whatever. So we've got a few of the lads that are like 18, and if they're deciding to go out after the game, they'll all go out together.
Oh yeah.
And they'll all go. So after the game will finish, they'll go, right, anyone coming to the gym? And all the younger lads are like, no, I'm not going to the gym. And all the older ones are like, yeah, I'm going spoons. I'm going spoons. I'm like, shut up.
Do that. We are so much less subtle as well. Like, it's more like, right, let's go. I mean, it's hard not to as well. You get to a point where you're like, no, I'm not going to do it. It's not worth it. But then it's kind of part of football almost. Like you win and you go out as a team together. So I don't drink that much normally. Everyone's going to laugh and be like, yeah, but I actually don't. So it's like
it's the social aspect, though, isn't it? Like it's
so good.
It's like, I love it when teams are always preaching like, oh, we're like a family. But it most of the teams that I've been part of quite a few. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not a proper journeyman, but they always are. Like you make friends for life, don't you?
Oh,
like
100%. Like it's crazy. Like even with the like language barriers here in Finland, like it just goes. Like it's not really a thing, and it's like it's mad. You just get so close with these people, and they all look out for you as well, especially when you're an import. Like they're coming and hanging out, and we're doing like different things all the time. Everybody always wants to hang out too. It's like, there's some of the lads imports too. We've got like Eddie from England as well, and there's some American guys and other guys from Sweden, and like we all hang out together as well, which is great. Like the men's and women's teams are all super close as well, so it's like it is really good. It's just like nothing better. Everyone's gonna be sad when it ends.
Oh, I can imagine. Like it's all like. So when it comes to like your end date, there's like are both the seasons playing together? So the women's and men's team, is that like?
Yeah, we actually last week found out that both the finals are on the same day and both in Karlstad where we are.
Oh, that would be unreal.
They've managed to get both of them, and I think we play second actually because they tend to take it in turns. So the men are going to play first, and then the women get the night game, which is.
Oh, that would be unbelievable.
Messy, but yeah, like hopefully both teams will have it, and it'll be a massive party as well. But I don't even know when we're gonna come home or like what everyone's plans are, because everyone's just like no one wants to come back to England, obviously with the virus.
Yeah. You see, that's one thing I was gonna say to you, because we had a chat obviously before we started going live, and you were saying there's no lockdown or anything over there. It's just
nothing.
It's like super chilled over there.
Nothing. I mean, before games, we have to sign a form to say that we have no symptoms. And we have to stay 2 meters apart on the sideline and stuff like that.
Yeah.
On the sideline, which is hilarious when you're face-to-face hitting people. But anyway.
You just double team someone on a block, but you've got to stay
face-to-face, and then you're like,
you can high-five them as you're walking off the field, but as soon as you step over that line.
Yeah, so there's nothing like that. But like when you go out, there's just nothing. Like no masks, no anything. Which is strange because you forget that it's happening, but also I'm like, I'm not going to come home if it's.
Oh yeah. No, honestly, from what it sounds like, I'd stay there anyways.
I'm very tempted. Everybody knows I'm very tempted as well. Like, there's obviously plans for football in America next year, but with the virus, we don't even know if that's happening.
Yeah.
So like, we could. I just got an abusive. But post that on the chat then. Abusive message.
Who's that off?
The old GB sports therapist. I've got put your guns away, you northern twat. Called her out as well. She's gonna love that.
Should I mention that you were doing bicep curls before we came on?
I actually didn't even do it. I was.
You liar!
No,
you liar!
I didn't. I swear I didn't. You can actually tell that I didn't.
Oh, because if you could, I would have been ripped. Like.
Yeah, I would have put a t-shirt on. No, I don't even train my arms that much as well, and I know somebody's gonna be like, "Sure, you don't," but I actually don't. Just they're like uncomfortably out of proportion as well.
We've just had someone say, "What's the SpongeBob?"
Oh,
so,
man. How am I gonna find it?
You've got to. I'm sure Laura's put an image in above, and I can't see what the image is, but I'm sure that's there.
She'll. Oh, I found it.
You found it. Come on then.
Right. Oh, I can't. This is the SpongeBob. And it was a thing when me, Bo, Di, Lisa, a few of us had this as a celebration and a thing. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can all get what it's from.
Can you bring that back for the next game?
I mean, I've had some good celebrations. Have you seen any of them this season?
I've seen a few of them.
Yeah.
I want to say something really crazy though. In fact, can you? This is what you've got to do, right? Just because we've got COVID and everything on, you've got to get everyone to line up, and you've got to do the hand sanitizer on everyone. Wait, the hands have run off. That if you can get that as like a full team.
I think Sid will be up for it because me and Sid normally have to like choreograph and plan them.
Yes.
It does take a while, and sometimes after she's like looking at me like, "Should we do it? Should we do it?" And I'm like,
"Do what? What we're doing?"
I'm like, I finally nail it, but and the refs are supposed to be strict on it too, so I'm always like, "Quick, do it! Sorry." Give them the ball back, but we've had some good ones. Did you see me fall over after our celebration?
Yeah. I noticed that in one of the you posted your highlights up, and then you literally even said, "Yeah, I fell over." Like before anyone had even mentioned, you were like, "Yeah, I fell over."
I came off the pitch and I had like 10 notifications being like, "Why did you fall over?" I was like, "Right, because it looked like I meant to." Like, no, straight over just after the celebration. I was like, "How did I manage to do that?" I'm trying to find it. I don't even know if it's gone. Here. So we manage it so well. Whoa.
I'm posting some of your huddle highlights on the comments there as well.
Oh, terrible! Oh yeah, that's from the first game, I think, where we had a good game.
Yeah, I'll put that one on.
But they just got 6 new import players who we played against the last game, which is interesting that people can bring in imports mid-season.
So they get anytime they want, they can just bring people in.
As long as they can play 1 regular season game. So that's how we can bring Bo in.
That's crazy. So as long as they play 1 regular season game, they're good to go.
They're good to go in the final. So I mean, realistically, if people had loads of money, you can bring in whoever you want for 1 game, then the final.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, and I know the men's is the same. So like the Finnish season, the German season have just finished. So the Swedish league have just gained like so many players coming across.
That is crazy.
I mean, if they have the money to do it, like, fair play.
So what's it like at one of those games? Is there like loads of fans and things there?
At the minute, it's limited to like 50. So
right.
Because of the virus. But I think they've said that like the women's normally have like 300 to 500. Like it's pretty decent, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I know that like when we're walking around town, people know who we are because we were in the newspaper and we've been in the newspaper a lot.
Really?
And the town's not that big. And I know like me and Sydney walking around is pretty obvious as well. Like we're not quiet either, so it's like people know who we are around town, which is nice as well. And everyone's really supportive of the Crusaders. Like they know it through and through. Everybody knows somebody who's played for them at some point.
See, that sounds like perfect, doesn't it? Really,
I mean, it's so good.
I cannot imagine how long it's going to take for this country to get like that.
Oh, it actually frustrates me. But like they're getting a massive stadium built for them, and it's paid by the council.
What?
Yeah, it's getting built like now, and it's paid by Karlstad Council. And I think a few teams will use it, but like it would just never happen here, really. Like in England, it's just never going to happen. I'll just put my thing on charge.
I mean, you've still got teams over here that play on a park.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's like
that is unbelievable. Like to me, that is like the dream, isn't it?
The more I see, the more I'm just like something has got to change in the UK.
Oh, we're there.
I'm like, I don't help it. Oh.
Sorry I couldn't be with you guys today. Gutted to miss out. Massive fan of Gaby. Stalk her on Instagram. Not awkward. Britain will never be that big. Now, all I can say, Michael, is you're missing out, mate. You're missing out. Tonight, we've had technical issues. We've had Finland internet kicking in. We've had a SpongeBob meme. And you're not here. So thanks very much, mate. Appreciate it.
Although my Instagram has most of that, to be fair, it's terrible.
Johnny, give you a little Instagram a shout out there. Go on, give it a shout out. Get some followers for you.
Oh, I don't like my stories are probably the worst. I shouldn't even do it because it's not good advertisement for anyone.
Just do it. We're not trying to
Oh,
advertise nothing.
it's just my normal name.
Oh my God. You're like, I was going to be like superstar
let
Gaby.
me just find it. It's like professional footballer 22. No, it's just my name. Nothing good.
That's absolutely brilliant.
Awful.
So, what? Obviously, we've talked about like the differences between like the UK and obviously playing abroad and things.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't obviously delved too deep into what it was like in America for you, but
Yeah.
we will. But we're gonna go into that now, haven't we? Like, what was that like?
It was crazy. It was different again. Like so strange. I mean, they are bigger. Is the main difference. They are bigger and faster, and they know their stuff.
Yeah.
Which was fun, and they're organized too. Like you've got your kit, you've got everything going. And this was in the WNFC, so they were sponsored by Adidas. So it's like nice kit, good stuff. But your games then are further away, so you're flying the day before and staying in a hotel, which is fine. It's fun the first times, and then you're like, oh, I'm
Right.
tired.
Here's one for you. Would you rather fly the day before or get up at 4 o'clock and drive to Scotland?
Yeah, no, I'd fly the day before to LA, of course.
I'll swap you. Happily swap you.
And I'm like, oh, it's real task.
Oh, I'm so jet lagged. Oh no.
No, it was amazing. It was so good. It was so fun. I made like so many friends out there. It's like, again though, it's like it's expensive to do.
Yeah.
Like as much as they can pay for your flights and your stuff out there, you still have to live out there, and it comes to a point where you just can't do that season on season. So I'm happy I did it.
I don't know if this is a genuine question, but I'll put: are LA refs worse than Scottish refs?
Probably not. I'm gonna say, because I'm more likely to play in LA than Scotland again. So like,
we've had, honestly, yesterday's show, right? I get on with a few of the Scottish refs, you know, being from the northeast and we'll play there all the time. Like, I'm not going to slag a Scottish ref off. I love yous all if you're watching now.
Me too. If I ever
mean, Henry, I love Henry. He's my favourite ref, actually. Honestly, he's actually genuinely my favourite ref.
You can't have a favourite ref now. The ref.
I can't.
Boom, boom, boom.
That don't. Honestly, I was injured on the floor, right? And Henry's looked over at me, was like this, and went, "Are you all right, Adam?" And I went, "I don't know." I literally replied, "I'm not quite sure." And this was at the point where I was having to fill in playing quarterback. So, like, I am not a quarterback.
No.
And I looked over to the sideline, and I went, "Is there anyone coming on?" And they're like, "Nope." They're like, "There's no one else to play quarterback." It's like,
great.
What do I do? He's like, "You've got to go off." I was like, "If I just call a timeout, can I just stay here and hobble on one leg?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Timeout, mate." It's like,
it's mad. Like, I'm a big fan of refs, actually. Like, I always chat to them because people probably know I make risky hits, so I'll take the extra hello to be nice for like that 2 minutes. But some decisions I don't easily get riled up on the pitch. I'm more in real life than on the pitch, so it's quite funny.
See, for me, right, I tend not to give any ref, like, I don't give them shit. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, I
guarantee we'll get refs on this now going, "You fucking liar." Right? But I remember at the under-17s finals, I think there was like 5 refs that refused to ref our game because they were like, "He's just loud." I was like, "Mate, that's my tone of voice. That's me." That was like, if I'm talking quietly, you're not hearing us.
Yeah.
I was like, "It's this or nothing."
Yeah. Sorry.
But I mean, I just can't give them stick. Like, for them giving up their days to come and referee a game, like, I think it's unreal. Like I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't do it.
No,
like,
it's like, no, it's not boring, but you know what I mean. It's not. It can't be ideal.
This is my young quarterback now saying facts. Like, this is him. He knows what I'm like. I'm like. Who's saying this is not going to be PG for much longer because I keep swearing, so get off. Right.
Yeah, that was my main concern. I was like, my language can be.
It's fine.
Beast, isn't it?
It is. But to be fair, they know the crack, don't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It happens.
Sometimes me and Sid are pretty bad out here, and we get people looking like, we're like, oh, yeah, people don't swear as much in Sweden or Europe, and we're like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Sorry. It does sound terrible though when you hear it back. Man. Keep it quiet.
Yeah, you've got to try, haven't you? Like when you're abroad, like I've lived abroad, obviously not for football and things, but I think I was classed as like the devil child at one point from like when I was abroad. Like people seriously hated us, and I was like, I've done nothing. It's like, it's the way you talk. It's like, all right, fair enough. You can hate us for that.
Not a lot I can do about that. It's like mad.
What's your best Britball moment as a whole? Out of all of the Britball that you played, all those back-to-back seasons, what is the best moment for you?
I don't even know. Ooh.
Have you finished your sports therapy degree yet?
Hey, I'm very close to my masters. Finishing my masters as soon as Corona goes away. I have to do 20 hours in the university clinic, but obviously the university clinic isn't open. But almost finished my masters. Then I actually have a master's degree, which everyone's like, okay, I managed to fit that in as well in the past 5 years, just randomly did a master's and a normal degree. Best moment.
Yeah.
I don't even think I have one. I mean, I literally love it all. I'm sure I'll look back and be like, oh wow. I mean, I would love to say it was it's got to be one of the celebrations or something like that. There's nothing better than your team and all that, and the nights out that you have and your friends. I don't have one.
You don't have out of everything, even was it the first game you had, the first score? Was it
actually, right, it's got to be my first game in Finland. We'd had 3 games for the World Cup, flew back, had one night in a hotel in London, flew out, all my stuff, and I was like, what am I doing? My body is going to hate me. And I had no idea what this team was like, no idea anything. And I think it was maybe third play, ran a toss, and literally scored a 50-yard touchdown. And I was just like, phew.
It worked out.
I know I'm going to be okay. Because it was I don't think anybody had really played women's abroad yet.
Yeah.
And me and Afia went out and we had no idea. We'd heard that Finland were good. We just played them. And that happened. I was just like, oh, now I know.
Was that from the World Cup? Or is it the World Cup? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Right. So was that the World Cup you played against them, and was it straight away they were listen, you're coming over with us?
No, I'd signed for them before.
You'd signed for them before?
Yeah, so I knew I was going, and I knew there was some girls on the team that I was going to play for at the World Cup. And I was like, I know I've got one day, let's just make this work and go for it. I'm like,
see, I don't know what I would do, because people know me. Whenever I play, I'm really chirpy.
Yeah.
I'm not good, but I'm chirpy. That's my level. It's I'm going to say something.
I can rein it in on the pitch. I'm actually not that bad. I am with my late hits or hits, and stuff like that, but I don't chat any shit actually compared to how I do in real life.
See, I can't help myself.
I think it's worse in men's.
Yeah.
I don't think women are too bad at it, because I just feel like a girl would be like, what are you talking about?
Just shut up.
You know what?
Just
shut up. And I think the variety is too much. Maybe if you had 2 athletes head to head.
Yeah.
And you might get it, but I haven't. It was more in America for sure.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine in America.
Naomi just messaged me saying, bullshit, you don't chat shit. I actually don't think. I don't.
Tell her. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments so we can see.
She said, okay, yeah, you redeemed yourself. You're way worse off the field.
Yeah. Oh, well, there we go. We'll let you off for that then.
Nice and polite on the field. Then you
see,
off enough.
What about so obviously I know you haven't got much time left. Obviously you want to go try and catch up for food, but what we'll do is obviously you first started with the Leeds Chargers,
yeah,
so they're obviously now recruiting for new players.
Yeah,
so recruitment now for university is going to be huge.
Yep.
right? So what I'm going to do, if it's okay with you, I'm going to put you on the big screen here,
Yeah.
and you're going to give a recruitment message for the Chargers.
Oh, this is controversial though, because
You're an ex-player. You're an ex-player. Do it. Doesn't matter.
I might still be signed for Stallions.
Yeah, but are they? Is that the same as university?
It's the same league. Yeah.
Is it?
Women's playing the same, whether it's university or not.
But that is crazy.
I'll just do a women's recruitment, play for any
Right,
team.
right. Let's do a women's
I've played
recruitment.
for so many, just play women's football non-stop.
So, you know what it is? I'd made like a little ticker thing and everything to go across the bottom.
Are you
like,
ready for Chargers?
I was ready. Sorry, Chargers, you don't get one now. Like,
sorry,
it's fine.
you had free adverts, and I'm just that saves you right for paying me off for food.
Yeah, there you go. See, because you went for food, you don't get a free promo. Right. Well, I'm gonna let you go big, and then just do whatever you want. Okay.
Go big, go harder, go hard.
Go harder, go home.
All right. I would just say honestly, if you're thinking about playing women's football, just do it. The change is insane. Like, you'll make friends, you'll get stronger, you'll get fitter. You don't have to be big, you don't have to be small, you don't have to catch, you don't have to want to hit. You just have to turn up. There's literally something for everybody in women's football. Like, it's incredible the opportunities you get. Like, I would have never thought 6 years ago when I turned up to my first training session what would happen. Like, I don't even think I'd been to the gym, and like now I go every day. It's like all my friends are football friends, and it's so good. Like, anything, if you're thinking even a tiny bit, ooh, that helmet looks cool, you probably do want to play. So just go and do it, and stop being a wimp and go and play. Go and play. Just go and play. It's so good.
I love that. I love it. The end. You were like, don't be it. Don't be it. No, that was unbelievable. Like, I've got to say, like, thanks very much for coming on. I know that you've got loads of stuff that you're doing over there. If possible, send us all your highlights and things, and we'll put them out there for you. Like, we honestly,
we've got a fair few of me and sit out here, so
we really need to see that celebration. Honestly, get us that celebration, and then that would be like, yes, we've done that.
Right, we'll do it just for you, because we've got like 2 stored up, but we should have more than 2 touchdowns, because we've got this game and then we've got the final.
Oh, you're gonna get 2 in the next game, first quarter, easy.
I mean, fingers crossed, to be fair. So we should have time to do these celebrations.
You know what it is? I am never ever going to get to go abroad to play anything like that. This, so you do that celebration, it's like a big tick on my thing.
All
done.
Right,
just for me.
Just for
yeah. But honestly, like I said, thanks very much for coming on. I really do appreciate
100%.
it.
I enjoyed it. Like, if you guys need anything or want to chat again, like, I can get the other girls when they're not out for food, and then you have. I'll tell
you what we'll do. Right after you've won the final, come back on. All of yous, little celebration party on here.
Yeah, all right, deal for sure.
Deal, right? Thanks very much for coming on.
Thanks, Adam.
Cheers. So, guys, we're gonna end it there. Obviously, it's a lot shorter than what it usually is. Gaby's very busy, as you all probably know. I'd just like to say thanks very much for tuning in. If you've got something that, or someone that you know that can maybe benefit from hearing what Gaby's had to say, give it a little like, give it a share. We'd very much appreciate it. Thanks very much, guys. Hope to see you soon. See you on Monday for the next show. It's a really good episode.